Pablo Gunner, aquí, talking nerdy to you about Supergirl, the movie. This movie starts off and comes off as a poor James Gunn Guardians ripoff. Certain things don't make sense, such as she is in a red sun galaxy, but she still managed to have a decent amount of power. Maybe it takes time for the red sun to wear off. I don't know. The story is pirates show up at this family's house. The guy's a master sword maker, and they're there to take his master sword, which really isn't all that great and powerful, but whatever. They're pirates. They're not going to just take the weapon and leave. So that's what they do is they pirate. But there's a little girl that's left. She wants revenge. She goes to get help and Supergirl is there. Mind you, she's just in regular trench coat, band tee garb. And she doesn't want to be involved, but she's like, yeah, I'm not going to turn away because, they stole this girl's sword. And all right, I'll help, whatever. She ends up getting roped in because the pirate needs a new ship. He steals Supergirl's ship and in the process also poisons her dog. And immediately I was like, she doesn't want to get involved. How is she going to get involved? Well, the best way to get her involved is to put the thing that she cares about most at risk. And that's what they do. Good. It's a good plot device. It's a decent plot device. Basic, but nonetheless, that's fine. So now she needs the antidote, which the pirate leader has. So her and this girl join up. These other pirates attack the ship that they are on when they leave the planet. Bus, the space bus. You hear Supergirl and you go like, this probably should be aimed at girls. And it feels more like it's more for boys, teenage boys specifically, because there's not actually like blood and guts, and it's not too overly violent and it's not too but like people are like aliens are throwing up and like there's just stuff happening where you're like, I feel like this needs a cuss word here, but there just isn't because it's PG-13. The progression of her powers too, of her going like she doesn't have her powers and then she gets her powers and she's using her powers, but it's like the progression is a really great build. That I will say, like the build to her like finally wearing the suit and being like, yeah, I need to promote this idea of good and hope and everything like that. Like by the end, and her character arc was good. And even the little girl, like her whole thing is, I just want to kill this dude. This movie was stumbling, and by the end, it finally found its footing, and you're like, oh, you're walking. And it's the end. I don't want to say it was bad. It could have been better, that's for sure. I feel like the acting was top notch. The pirate leader was solid. Millie Alcock, I feel like she was really good as Supergirl. This was different. This was unique. It wasn't the same thing we've ever seen in this. And sometimes that can be a good thing, sometimes that can be a bad thing. And in this case, it was kind of all over the place until she figured it out. But it worked, and they kind of did the anime flashbacks. Kind of felt like it should have been the beginning of the movie. It was decent. It was okay. It looks good visually. Oh my gosh, Jason Momoa's Lobo was just so perfect. Who doesn't want a Lobo movie after this? Like everybody, right? Like everyone has to be like, yeah, we would have rather seen a Lobo movie. It just felt a little amateur hour, but with a big budget. But it got there by the end. It didn't feel like a waste of time or money to me. So I'm not going to tell people not to go see it in theaters. If you want to go see it in theaters, go see it in theaters. If you want to wait, that's fine too. That's probably the preferred method of viewing is wait until it's on HBO Max. So it's not a must see, but it's definitely worth checking out. Tell me what you thought about it. Give us a like, give us a comment, give us a subscribe, hit the notification thingy so you don't miss our stuff. Check out our merch at TNT in the store, where you can find our merch on sale with free shipping. It's going to be our Avatar merch month, Avatar The Last Airbender, to be specific. And X-Men's going to be coming. I did a He-Man shirt for all those He-Mens. So 5% of any profit that we make off our merch goes to a charity for the month. So buy merch so that we can donate to a charity. Thank you for watching and listening, my fellow nerds and amigos y amigas. Be super.